Most honorable greetings to you again, my fellow royal beings of planet Sky, of Mother Earth, of Tamerica, the Caribbean, Kairi and Alubera. Much love and appreciation. So I'm here again to mention to you that those beings who know the operations of Ether's Nest, you would know that I have already in the security and protection for the indigenous peoples have already occupied space for us to utilize for our self-sufficient nation, be it in the form of food security, shelter security, health security, as well as wealth security, and many other things in the form of even enlightenment and inspiration, as in the scope of a university as well. So what I do need from now is that for my fellow royal beings who are very much interested in having a space to utilize and even to be a part of the royal family of Kairi and Alubera, as well as the royal kingdom of Tamerica, the indigenous sovereign empire, please shoot me a message and let us get better acquainted. All right, so the space is here and available. We have land space to utilize. I have started planting aloe vera aloes, as well as I have also began planting ginger. Yet there is some things that needs to be changed up in order for the process and for the growth to be able to thrive and have a long-lasting estate and increase productivity, because this is the whole aim of many things when it refers to a self-sufficient nation. All right, so the royal kingdom of Tamerica, which is the indigenous sovereign empire, you know, which is also combined with the royal family of Kairi and Alubera, where us beings who are the royal beings, the indigenous beings, my fellow sovereign beings, are welcome to be a part of this, as well as to contribute and get familiar with what a solution is out of the demise. So we have land space to access, and something that I must make aware for you to know as well too is that we are here, we are indigenous to our motherland, and as an indigenous being, whatsoever is the term referred to as a squatter does not apply to us. Okay, we are not squatters. All right, the first peoples are not squatters of the land through which they are here on. Okay, we have been here before any form of colonization or any form of civilization that came after us, and it is for any entity in the form of a corporate government, as well as their constitution and policies and statutes, to also be mindful of this and to remember to stay respecting and honoring the indigenous peoples. Okay, and we are not the ones to bully or seek to try to bully, because in the scope of that aspect it would be an unlawful action. All right, it is set in the Indigenous Declaration of the Peoples, where many of our jurisdictions lies, as well as what is in the retrospect of tribal law, indigenous law, and even common law and natural law. Okay, so in the scope of natural law and governance, we are the ones governing our mentals and our head of state of consciousness, to the point where we set ourselves free from the shackles of enslavement and slavery by taking charge and control of our energy source, of our estates. Because when we do not do this, we leave room for any other entity, body, to colonize us and take that which is for us to occupy and be able to thrive from. We no longer have access to it. Okay, and I already see this occurring through the corrupted, through the corruption that has been a loop that certain entities utilize, you know, to lead their people, the people who are here, down, out, and suffering. And this is not something that I will accept. As I've mentioned before, I will not be proud to stand and say I am here to protect and represent a space area, yet when it comes to the time to actually nurture and provide for my people, to also lead them to the space of truth, lead them to the space of abundance and prosperity. I am not to, I'm still not do it, especially when I hold the position to do such. Okay, it is not who I am. I am not the one colonizing or enslaving or even misleading anyone. This is not a fairy tale or make-believe. This is the live living truth, as I am the living being. I am not the dead entity. I am the highest Imperial Majesty, Goddess M.D.A, Trinity, also known as Ternicka Mahabal, Chieftess, the first Chieftess, Empress, Queen, Sovereign Governor General, the First Nation representative. You know, in the scope of natural law, in abidance and accordance to the Trinitarian order as well, to which also speaks in the retrospect of the protection of sovereign beings through the scope of divine natural law. All right, and this is for us to tap into the truth and pay attention. Okay, we know we don't just have 5 senses, we have more than 5 senses. More than 5 senses is where we are remembering that we utilize here. All right, our crowns are very much here. All right, so it is for us to take charge of that. And as I have said, should you be a being here residing on Alubera, you have indigenous roots, you are a sovereign, or even if you are seeking to have more knowledge or to become more familiar with the indigenous peoples, reach out to me, send me a message, and we will stay connected. Let us get this journey going. I'm seeking to have at least 20 of us in this present moment working in the space of the at Ether's Nest to mold and shape this healing sanctuary and self-sufficient community that we will always have abundance within. Okay, we will always have abundance within. So let me know, shoot me a message, and let us get it started. And at least let us continue the operations of healing ourselves from the recycled traumas, as well as setting ourselves free from the enslavement and the programs that recycles slavery and dormancy. To my fellow neuromelanated beings, to my other beings out there, as all of us are here seeking the justice and honor respectfully that is, you know, that is in the accordance for us all. As we reside here on the motherland, we should have that equitable justice. When I say equitable justice, in the scope that, you know, we are not operating at a communist style system where the communism is a deteriorating of one's well-being. No, we do not condone that. We recharge and uplift our people to continue to rise. We encourage each other to continue to rise through the enlightenment and inspiration of our healing energies. All right, so we are not the vampires here to have you draining and killing out your energies and then little to anything as in the form of a reciprocal appreciation or even gratitude. So to all of you who has been showing the continue to support, I will say thank you, because I'm always giving thanks. I'm always grateful. All right, it is the first day of the new year, the 1st of April. Shoot me a message, reach out to me. I'm asking for 20 persons, 20 beings, 20 royal beings for us to come together and let us continue to create a self-sufficient nation and community. I am Her Highest Imperial Majesty, Goddess M.D.A Trinity L, also known as Ternicka Mahabal, Indigenous Sovereign Diplomat, Chieftess, Empress, Queen, Sovereign Governor General, as well as I am Tamerican, AmaruKhan, Amerindian, Carib. All right, so connect with me. Let us continue the motion, because land is something that is very much an issue here when they want to cloud your judgment and sell you an illusion where you are not an orphan to the land on which you are born on. All right, so you do not have to wait 10 or 15 years to be recognized or even acknowledged for the space you are occupying. Should you need somewhere to utilize, let me know, and we would move in the motion of ensuring that you at least have 1 or 2 lots to utilize for the purpose of providing that self-sufficiency. Okay, much love, much appreciation. I love you.